This is Hannibal from thehannibaltv.com, and it appears that the U.S. government has begun the disclosure process as far as the issue of unidentified aerial threats in U.S. airspace. We all know that most UFO sightings are explainable, but there are 5 to 10% that are well supported by credible people such as pilots and military people that also have video and radar evidence that cannot be explained. These objects present a serious defense and national security threat, as the only thing we know about their capabilities is that they exceed any technologies currently in the U.S. arsenal. The Pentagon has acknowledged a $22 million advanced aerospace threat identification program that existed from 2007 to 2012, which analyzed radar data, video footage, and accounts provided by senior officers. But this program was stopped due to lack of funding. Until recently, the Pentagon never acknowledged that such a program existed, so it's unknown whether there is other classified programs still investigating this. One thing we do know is the Navy has publicly said it still currently investigates military reports regarding UFOs, and they have admitted that their pilots encounter these aerial threats that are unidentified so often that they've recently had to draft a new protocol on how to respond and report these incidents. Many pilots who have thousands of flying hours are coming out about seeing these phenomenon. Navy pilots have reported to their superiors about these strange objects in fighter jet cameras that had no visible engine or infrared exhaust fumes, but they could reach 30,000 feet at hypersonic speeds. They also have exhibited the abilities to have anti-gravity lift. Unlike any known aircraft of human design, these aircraft lack any flight surfaces such as wings. They also have sudden and instantaneous acceleration abilities. They can accelerate and change direction so fast that no human pilot could actually survive the G-forces without being crushed. Some of these craft have shown hypersonic velocities without signatures. In other words, no vapor trails or sonic booms. They are often very difficult to see clearly by radar, photograph, or even visual means. You often only see a glow or haze around the objects. They seem to also move easily in between different environments such as space, the Earth's atmosphere, or even water. Some people have reported seeing these craft go into water without much disturbance of the water around it. Most of the government's information on these craft are still classified, although some U.S. senators have received briefings on the unidentified aerial threat phenomenon. The U.S. government is not saying that these craft are necessarily extraterrestrial. However, they seem to be displaying movements and other traits that are not shown by hypersonic missiles, and there's no evidence to support their foreign aircraft as they're traveling at a Mach 4 or 5 hypersonic speed, which is beyond anything humanly possible at this point, or at least what the U.S. government is saying is humanly possible. It's not the National Enquirer reporting these stories anymore. The New York Times, CNN, Fox News, CTV News here in Canada, all credible stations are now reporting on these phenomenon. Some are still making jokes about it, but the reason I'm reporting on it is because I don't find it funny. I actually find it concerning that these objects, whatever they are in our airspace, and there doesn't seem to be anything we can do about it at this point to find out more information. So I hope the U.S. government continues to declassify information and tell us more about what these objects might be. I understand why you can't just go to full disclosure because it would cause panic, but this is definitely steps in the direction of disclosure, to have reputable news sources reporting on these incidents and the Navy openly admitting to these unidentified aerial threats and declassifying footage of the actual phenomenon and releasing it to the media.